of Taiwan, I'm Jaime Ocon with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Around 10% of the people of Brunei, a tiny Southeast Asian nation, are ethnic Chinese, and most of them can trace their roots to Taiwan's outlying Jinmen Islands. Sivan Paul reports from Brunei's capital.
This is Jinmen, an outlying island of Taiwan. Located around 200 kilometers away from Taiwan's main island, Jinmen is one of the country's farthest outposts. And it's closest to China. The Chinese city of Xiamen is only about 10 kilometers away. But from this small group of islands came waves of ethnic Chinese migration, brought on by wars and natural disasters. Many Jinmen inhabitants made their way to Southeast Asia, including to the tiny nation-state of Brunei, located on the island of Borneo.
那么金门人大概从19世纪后期就开始来到了文莱。那么1920年代之后，陆陆续续有一些商人，他们来到这里去经商。
Jinmen is situated more than 2,000 kilometers away from Brunei across the South China Sea. But Taipei-based Professor Bo Wei Chiang's decades-long research at this Chinese cemetery in Brunei has revealed some surprising migration data.
出的这些坟墓，那么这个坟墓里头整个坟墓金门人就占了69%，也就是将近70%的金门人葬在这个我刚刚提到那个苏冈开邦这个对面港驿山。
The Sungai Kebun Cemetery on the outskirts of Brunei's capital city, Bandar Seri Begawan, is managed by the Tangyun Temple. In a majority Muslim country dotted with glittering mosques, Brunei's only Chinese temple was one of the earliest landmarks of this diaspora community, built by migrants from Jinmen in 1918. I am currently standing in front of the Tangyun Temple, or the Temple of Flying Clouds, in the heart of Bandar Seri Begawan. This was built in 1960 after the original temple was demolished due to the expansion of the port. Over the years, Chinese migrants to Brunei have set down roots in other ways as well. Chunghua Middle School, built primarily by migrants from Jinmen, has been teaching Brunei's diaspora children for more than a century. Brunei resident Lim Zerni can trace her family history in the country 3 generations back. The Lims have long been involved with the country's Chinese school and the temple.
My grandfather was born in Brunei, and he went on to become the first radio broadcaster, Chinese broadcaster in Brunei. He's also the chairman of the Chinese school, and then also the head of the temple at some point.
Lim's great-grandfather, Lim Yazhe, was also buried at Brunei's Sungai Kebun Cemetery. But he had arrived in Brunei by taking a detour from Jinmen, a place she and her cousin Joni Lim haven't visited yet.
My sister told me that we have this ancestor that is from Thailand, and then maybe they moved from Thailand to Jinmen, but we have never been to Jinmen before.
The Lim family's ancestral home in Jinmen's Liu township is still standing today. While Zerni and Joni have visited Taiwan's main island, they have yet to make it to Jinmen. But the cousins say they hope to visit the island one day. Dolphin Chen, Howard Chang, and Shubham Pal for TaiwanPlus.
In a world that encourages consumption, old electronics often get thrown away. But as Laurel Stewart reports, more repair shops have been popping up around Taiwan, giving people an environmentally friendly way to save money.
Tucked away in this shed in Taichung in central Taiwan, old machines are getting a new life. Workers here are taking old household appliances and fixing broken parts, making them usable again. It's a project set up by the city's Environmental Protection Bureau in a bid to reduce waste and save people money.
正常来讲的话，我们要看零件是否还可以堪用。可以堪用的话，我们会做所谓的帮它修复它的零件，让民众不用再额外再多花一笔钱。
It costs about $1.50 to fix an item, with charges added if spare parts are needed. It's an initiative that's saved people a pretty penny.
因为这边毕竟几十块就可以解决，
第二可惜啦。你当然要说节俭也可以啦。
Last year, the shop fixed more than 3,000 household items, appliances like kettles, fans and toaster ovens. They're all items that would have ended up in landfill. When electrical items aren't disposed of properly, harmful chemicals can leak out and contaminate soil and water, or they're burned, creating toxic air pollution. Shifting people's habits towards repairing rather than throwing away could also reduce consumption.
它也会影响到，就是当这些消费者都觉得东西是可以修的时候，其实会给这些设计这些产品人有一些压力，就是他们会想，就是大家会想要我的东西怎么不能修，这样这些事情。
And it's not just Taichung holding these workshops. A whole network of them around the country are raising awareness of the option to repair, not throw away, in the hopes of promoting a more sustainable future. Eason Pan and Laurel Stewart for TaiwanPlus.
New furniture can spruce up any home, but at a government auction in Taipei, what's old is new. Sandy Chi explains.
A wooden cabinet with half a century of history, purchased for just around $300. This recycled furniture auction is held by the Taipei City Environmental Protection Bureau. From cabinets to chairs to tables and even bicycles, all 1,500 products here are given a second lease on life.
各位看到这个结构啊，里面都是艺术品啊，要载人的时候放着，那没有要载人的时候把它拉下来。这个看到现在脚踏车没有这种结构了。第二个，你看它艺术品啊，你看前面那个还有这个喷射机啊。
The event attracted huge crowds ahead of the Lunar New Year. In Taiwan, it's a time for spring cleaning, and people here often replace old furniture.
过年有一些东西要换，对，现在看一下，椅子啊，或者是其他的置物的收纳的东西。
所有的家具都给它换新的，然后年终我看看有什么特别的。
The local government usually picks up unwanted furniture and other large household items. Since 2003, those deemed suitable are repaired and resold at low prices. Each year, thousands of discarded items find buyers.
我们一点差不多6、7千件的那个回收啦，你看那个都是实木的东西啊，而且我们标价都非常的低。
The furniture at the auction may not be brand new, but for these shoppers, what matters more is giving these items a second lease on life. Dolphin Chen and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
Taipei Zoo has opened a special salamander exhibit to raise awareness about the rare species. Our reporter Irene Lin explains why these tiny amphibians need protection.
Small and slender, these slimy amphibians might be mistaken for lizards, but they're a rare type of salamander. Having traveled across the northern hemisphere 100,000 years ago, they found a new home in Taiwan. And they're the smallest type of salamander out there. But these ancient creatures are facing some modern challenges. Being cold-blooded and having thin skin makes them sensitive to temperature changes, so they've had to adapt to the changing climate.
它因为栖地在高山上面哦，那面临我们的气候暖化的问题，所以它的栖地呢一直不断的受到了一些威胁哦。
Researchers from National Taiwan University say many of the riverbeds salamanders rely on have dried up, posing another threat. But humans are also posing a risk to the tiny creatures. Researchers say people hiking and camping in the mountains and by the rivers have affected their habitats and made it harder for them to survive.
现在登山客多了，然后像刚刚我讲的，动不动然后去翻个石头，事实上对他来讲就是一个非常严重的栖地的干扰哈。
The government aims to shed light on the plight of these tiny creatures, so people know how to have outdoor adventures that do not disturb the world around them, in the hopes that these salamanders can remain at home in Taiwan. Brian Wu and Irene Lin for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, on a lighter note, we leave you with this footage from a hot air balloon festival in Switzerland. I'm Jaime Ocon. Take care and see you next time.